Good morning, class. Today we're going to start with A2, operations with matrices. So with example 1, it says solve for A11, A12, A21, and A22 in the following matrix. As you see, they both equal each other. So A11 equals to 2, A12 equals -1, A21 equals -3, and A22 equals 0.
Two, adding matrices. So, in our first matrix, we start with -1, 2, 0, and 1. And we're adding that with the matrix 1, 3, -1, 2. So, what you do is you add up the one in the top left with the top left, which gives you, which we put here. Then I did the second one, 2 and 3, and add them. Then I did 0 and -1 right there. And I did the 1 and the plus 2 right here. So after you equal that out, you get 0, 5, -1, 3. Since we have multiple matrices, what you're going to do is you're going to be adding them all up together at once. So you start with from the top left, you have 1. In the second one, you have -1. Then you have a 0. Then you have a 2. So when you add that all up, you get 2. Then on the middle row, you have a 2, a -1, a 1, and a -3. And when you add up all those, you get -1. On the bottom row, you have a 3, a 2, a 4, and a -2. Well, when you add up all those, you get a 1.
Example 5, using the distributive property. As you see here, you are going to distribute 3 into both matrices, as you can see from the arrows. From that, in your first matrix, you're going to get -6, 0, 12, and 3. And then in your second matrix, you're going to get 12, -6, 9, and 21. After you get both of the matrices, you're going to add them together, which will equal 6, -6, 21, and 24.
Equation we were trying to solve for 3x plus a is equal to b. So what we started is we start out by making the 3x be by itself. So we subtract the a from both sides to get 3x equal to b minus a. And we then divide by 3 to get x is equal to the 1/3 of b minus a. So then, with the matrices of a equals b up here, we start by subtracting the two matrices. So the 2 subtracted from the 0, the 1 subtracted by the 3, the -3 subtracted by the 1, and the 4 plus the minus the -2, which gives us 1/3 of -4, 1/3 of -6, 1/3 of 2, and 1/3 -2, which gives us a final answer of -4/3, 2, 2/3, and
For this problem, you're multiplying these two matrices out, and the reason you can do this is because you have the 2 by 2. If the two insides are the same, then it'll work out. So for this, what you do is you multiply this 3 by this 1, and then this 4 by this 0, and you add the numbers you get together, and that gives you this answer. So it's going to be 3 times 1 plus 4 times 0, so that gives you 3. And then you'll do the same thing for this 4 right here. You'll go 4 times 0, or no, 4 times 1 plus 3 times 0 will equal 4. And then you do the same thing for this one. Instead of this top row, you'll go down here, and you'll multiply this -2 by this 1, and you'll get -2, and then this 5 by this 0, and you'll get 0, and you add it together, it gives you -2, and you do it for the same on there. And then for this one, since it's got the 3 and 3 in the center, it'll work out and it'll give you a 3 by 1 at the end. So you'll pretty much do the same thing, but for these you'll do it in the calculator. So what you do is you go turn it on, clear that out. Second, matrix, go to edit, enter, plug in the numbers. And you go back to it, you go to number 2, and that's a 3 by 1. what you do is you go back to it, enter the A in, and the B, and you multiply it out, and it gives you your exact answers. And for this one, since it's got different inside numbers, so 2 and 3, it won't be able to do anything, and it'll just come out as undefined. And so if it asks you to multiply this out, then you just write out undefined because you can't do